First floor, Charles and Andrew were working their way around the semicircle of three-story tall floor to dome bookcases filled with fiction. It was nearly 8 p.m. "We need to find that blasted book," said Charles, craning his neck to study the shelves. "I'm getting kind of hungry," mumbled Andrew. "You had a snack this afternoon," snapped Charles. "Well, it's time for dinner. No need to find Anne of the Green Gables first." The classic by Lucy Montgomery was the middle book on the top of the shelf in the staff pig's display case. So far, Charles, Haley, and Andrew had not been able to find it anywhere in the library. "Unfortunately," said Andrew, "they temporarily erased the book's call number from the database. So we wouldn't know what to punch into the hover ladder's control panel," grumbled Charles. "Actually," Andrew said, "they might shelve it in the children's room, or maybe the 800s with literature could be in the 400s too, because it was originally written in Canadian, which is technically a foreign language. So you have said," Andrew repeatedly, but we've already searched those other locations several times. It has to be here with the other fiction titles. You just need to fly up and find it." "Well," said Andrew, I'm kind of afraid of heights." "Fine, whatever, I'll go up and grab it. But you have to give me some kind of call number to enter the hover ladder." Lucy Maud Montgomery wrote another Anne books. "There's Anne of Anova." Charles dashed over to the nearest library table and swiped his fingers across the glass of its built-in computer pad. "Here we go. Anne of the 11 by Lucy Montgomery F. Mon." "Yes," said Andrew. Fiction books are usually put on the shelf in alphabetical order by the author's last name. Non-fiction titles are classified according to Dewey Decimal System." "How long have you known this?" Andrew knows Twitch since second grade. "So all we needed was Fmon. We could have found this book hours ago." Andrew gulped. "You're such a disappointment." Shaking his head, Charles handed over to one of the hover ladders. He quickly jabbed F, M, O, and N into the keypad. The boot clamps locked into place around his ankles. "You owe me for wasting all this time." "Andrew, you owe me big time. If you let me down once more, I swear I will tell everybody you're a big blabberbaby. I'll Twitter and post it on Facebook. Don't worry, I'll make you glad you picked me for your team. Charles, I promise." The hover ladder lifted off the floor and gently glided up to the end section of fiction wall. Shuttling sideways, it carried Charles over to a shelf displaying all the Anne books. He grabbed a copy of Anne of the Green Gables. As soon as he did. The ladder started its slow descent to the floor. "What do you find?" asked Andrew when Charles landed the clue needed. He showed Andrew the card that had been tucked inside the front cover. "Okay," said Andrew, it's C plus hat. So the word is chat, which, by the way, could also be chat, the French word for cat. "Well done, Andrew," said Charles, even though he knew the clue was really C plus and equally can thereby by making a puzzle. "You can walk out the way blank blank in the past blank. The way what did what?" he wondered. "And what does in mean?" Charles desperately needed to find the 3 missing pictograms. Suddenly, Mr. Lamaro's voice boomed out of speakers, ringing the rotunda. "Hey Charles, hey Andrew, let's do a deal." Game show music blared. A canned crowd cheered, illuminating 3 envelopes perched on top of the librarian's round desk. Clarence, the security guard, marched into the reading room and, folding its arms over his chest, took up a person near the 3 envelopes. We have a green envelope, a blue envelope, and a red envelope," said Mr. Monaco. "In 2 of these 3 envelopes are copies of 2 of the 3 pictograms clues you still need. In 1 is the clunker card. If you pick an envelope with a clue, you get to keep it, and if you get to keep going. But once you pick the clunker card, you're done, and you must suffer the consequences." Andrew raised his hand. "Yes, Andrew? What's the consequences? Something bad?" said Mr. Lemon. "In fact, something wicked. This way will probably come. Do you want to do a deal?" "Yes," said Charles. The canned audience cheered. "All right then, Charles, you roll first, pardon. Swipe your fingers across the nearest desktop computer panel. The Dice Tumbler app is up and running again." The pre-recorded audience cheered. They sounded like they loved watching dice tumble more than anything in the world. Charles slid his finger across the grass plane. The anti-matted dice rolled. "Ooh," cried Mr. Alamo. "Double 6. That gives you 12. Is that good? Maybe not. Okay, Andrew, your turn." Pickled tabled the glass. The dice flipped over. "Another set of doubles," said Mr. Monaco. "Yeah," muttered Charles. 2 1s, snake eyes. Is that bad?" asked Andrew. "Maybe," said Mr. Lemonka. Maybe not. "Okay, guys, which envelope would you like to open?" Charles thought about it a while. Tick-tock music played. They were given this chance to play Let's Do a Deal. After they located the Anne of the Green Gables clue consequences, he did not think so. "He will take the green envelope, sir." Clarence presented the green envelope to Charles. "Open it," said Andrew. "Open it." Charles undid the clasp, pulled out a card. A loud zoink rocked the room. The card was black, with a blocky white table. "Uh-oh," mumbled Andrew. What's the card say? Sorry, kids, you're out of luck, read Charles. So out the doors you're all now stuck. Clarence picked up the blue and red envelopes and marched back toward the entrance hall. What's that mean? Said Andrew. Well, said Mr. Monaco, Charles rolled a 12 and you rolled a 2. 12 plus 2, 14, said Charles eagerly. The way he always did in math, he wanted to remind the teacher that he was the smartest kid in class. Oh, said Mr. Monaco, this is not good. In fact, I say stinker. Stinker, said Andrew. Is that even a word? It is now, said Mr. Monaco. JJ, tell them what they've lost. An authoritative female voice boomed of the ceiling speakers. Warning. Due to Conquer Card, all 10 dwelling doors will lock in 10 minutes. At exactly 8 o'clock, if you are one of those rooms, kindly leave immediately. The 10 doors on the second floor will remain locked for 14 hours. Andrew panicked. What? 14 hours? I told you 12 plus 2 was bad, quipped Mr. Lamonaco. Of course, I could have been good if you had picked one of the other envelopes. You would have received a clue for and a free 14-month subscription to the library journal. Charles did some quick math. Sir, does this mean we'll be locked out of the Dorley decimal rooms until 10 o'clock tomorrow morning? Bingo, said Miss Monaco. It sure does. This stinks, whined Andrew. We need those stupid rooms to solve your stupid puzzles. Conquer cards stink. This game stinks. 14-hour penalties stink. Charles did the best to block out Andrew's rant. He needed to think. Then it hit him. Kyle Klei's team had to be working on some other solution to bigger puzzles of how to escape the library. Otherwise, Charles and his team would not have been able to find 9 clues they'd already picked up. Surely if Klei team had been playing the same memory match game, they would found at least one of pictograms before Charles, Andrew, or Haley did. They must be working on a completely different angle. Charles was certain that if he could use this downtime, learn what Keeley and his team had in their meeting room, and combined it with a picture puzzle, he would emerge from the library's victorious. Do not despair, Andrew, Charles said confidently. We are still going to win. How? Charles learned. In the cupped hands around his mouth, so no security cameras could read his lips. Remember, he whispered, you need to pay me back for wasting a ton of time finding Anne of the Green Gables. What? You're the one who picked the stupid green envelope with the stupid clunker card. Charles narrowed his eyes, and childish, his hands hushed. Voice, so, nothing, said Andrew nervously. Just thought I'd know, pointed out. Charles turned his eyes into blue eyes. So, whispered Annie, swallowing hard. What exactly do you want me to do? Find a way to sneak into community meeting room B. Andrew wheezed in panic. That's impossible. Don't worry, I have an idea. What is it? 2 words. Saria Russell. And that was chapter 36.